Hey, beautiful souls. How you doing? It's Gina here. I just wanted to record a quick video. A lot of you have been giving me some wonderful feedback on your insights from my book, Celebrating the Too Much Woman, and I just wanted to share a couple of tidbits. In the book, there's a section called Defining Success for Yourself, and I wanted to just expand on that a little bit. It's very, very frightening to wake up in the middle of your life and to look around and see all the markers of success that you have achieved, and to recognize that despite all these external markers, you're still very unhappy. And that's where I found myself a few years ago. And it's a frightening place to be, because it's like, if I have all this and I'm not happy, what's wrong with me? And I had to do a real deep dive into how I could shift that feeling for myself. And so I decided to wipe the slate clean and just get really curious about what success would look like if I could define it for myself. If I could just hold off the voices outside that told me it had to look a certain way, what would it look like for me? And as I started to craft that was less about external markers of success, like the book, the stages, um, what things would look like out there, and started to focus more on what success would feel like. What were the feelings I wanted to feel? I wanted to feel energized. I wanted to feel inspired. I wanted to feel joyful. I wanted to feel connected. When I started to focus on the internal feeling as success as opposed to external markers, things started to shift for me, and I started to put more energy into the feeling of success, into the feeling that I wanted to embody, as opposed to the achievements. I actually stopped creating goals that were traditional goals, like I want to speak to this many people or make this kind of money or whatever it is. And really, my goals started to be consistently feeling more joyful, more energized, more inspired. Doing things that really fueled me, taking dance classes, writing, which was really exciting for me. And so I started to shift away, and I just started to fill my life up with more of the things that felt like success for me, and focus less on the things that were external to me. And it did take a while, and it was scary. And some of the repercussions of that were people not understanding, people getting frustrated. I had to turn down work. I had to say no to friends. I had to say no to a lot of things in order to say yes to things that were more a priority for me. But what I consciously tried to do was surround myself with people who would support this new vision I had for my life, and would support me in the curious exploration of that. Because when we're trying to shift, it's like a train, shifting tracks. When we're trying to shift away, it can be very uncomfortable and very frightening. And just because we've shifted tracks doesn't mean it's smooth sailing. It means that we're rediscovering a new path, and sometimes blazing a new trail. And so it's really important, it has been really important to me to surround myself with people who are not only going to be supportive of my vision, but also have aligned values and feel the same way and intend for the same kind of success in their life. So it's been a long process, but a very fulfilling process. And I feel like I'm still laying the tracks for this new way of being. It's very tempting to go back to the old way and say, I want to hit, this goal and this goal and this goal, these external markers. But more and more, like I said, I'm filling my life up with defining success for myself based on how I feel. Do I feel energized? Do I feel inspired? Do I feel connected? Do I feel purposeful? Does it feel like my life is purposeful? That's way more important to me than any goal that I can check a box on externally. So thank you for asking the questions, and thank you for the feedback on the book. Hope that was helpful for you. Have a beautiful Sunday.